Amari, what is it like for you, not knowing necessarily yet who the quarterback is going to be to start the season as you acclimate to a new passer or a new team?
Well, to me, it's just no matter who's back there, I just got to make the job easy for whoever it is. That's my goal every time I line up out there. As long as I handle my business, get open, it's easy on whoever's back there. So, yeah, and if I don't get open, it's hard on whoever's back there. So, yeah.
And for this training camp, Amari, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are going to get a lot of reps and trying, if there is a suspension, getting Jacoby ready. How do you handle that as a wide receiver when there's going to be a lot of rotation?
Like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter who's back there, like if I get open, it's gonna be easy for them. And if I don't get open, it's gonna be hard for them. Whoever's back there, every time I approach the line of scrimmage, I'm trying to create as much separation as possible. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking at a ball spiraling to me at the end of the day. So yeah.
So would you say that sometimes people talk a lot about that quarterback wide receiver chemistry? Would you say that maybe is a little overblown?
No, it's not overblown. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
because at the reality of the situation, I'm not going to get wide open every play. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the chemistry comes in. That the guys who are guarding me, um, they get paid. Some of them get paid more than me. So.
Are you excited about what you see in the offense since you've been here? Possibilities for you.
Yeah, very excited. There's a lot of opportunity out there. Different routes, different combination of double moves and stuff like that I'm good at. So I'm very excited about it.
Everything was new for you at one point. New playbook, new teammates, all that. Is everything coming a little more second nature now?
Yeah, of course. Pretty much. I've been in the league a little minute now, so the verbiage is a little different, but the plays are, pretty much the same. Obviously, you have some variations. Every team don't run the exact same plays, but it's just been getting the verbiage down. That's it.
Did you see or hear the comments Jerry Jones made?
Now, what comments?
He was upset or unsatisfied with your quote availability last year because of the decision on the vaccine.
Oh, I mean, no, I didn't really see it. I would have to go back and look at it.
No big deal.
Amari,
Throughout your career, you've been able to produce even when you haven't had the regular quarterback available. Does that history provide this confidence going forward in this situation?
Yeah, it does. Like I don't want to keep repeating myself, but yeah, I mean, I have a job to do, and that job is primarily to get open when my name is called, and I really feel like as long as I do that, I can continue to make it easy on whoever's back there throwing me the ball.
typically when players are traded or if they get released by a team, whatever, they go to their new team and they talk about maybe having a chip on their shoulder or being motivated by that. Are you one of those guys that, feels that a little bit?
I mean, of course. I mean, you traded and stuff like that. You just want to. It's motivating. I mean, if you don't have a chip on your shoulder, then what do you have at the end of the day? So even if you don't get traded or released by a team, there should always be some type of motivating factor there. So, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is there any difference, a lot of difference, of the ball thrown by Watson versus Brissett?
Yeah, I mean every quarterback has their nuance. Some throw harder than others. Some have a faster release. Different small things like that. But I mean, over the course of your career or my career, like I said, this is in my first year in the league or my first year playing football. I have had the opportunity to play with a lot of different quarterbacks. So I think I've played with, you know, most types. You know what I mean? I played with guys who release the ball fast, played with guys who throw hard. You know what I mean? So yeah, it'll be just adjusting to who's back there.
Where's Watson ranked among those quarterbacks that you've been able to tell?
What you mean rank in what category?
I guess skill set.
I mean, he's right there at the top. I mean, he could do everything. Like I call him the magician. He just makes plays out there. He's incredible. Some of the stuff that I've seen on film with going back to him at Clemson, he just makes it happen. So he's definitely up there at the top.
So how would you compare them, Brissett and Watson? Their quick release, who throws it harder? You just
Yeah, they both actually throw a really good ball, like a really tight spiral. None of them throw it too hard, like an uncatchable ball or anything like that. So yeah, I mean they both throw a pretty good ball.
Kevin Stefanski has talked about, tailoring the offense to accentuate what his players do best. What do you like most about this offense and how it accentuates what you do best on the field?
Yeah, and he's absolutely right. I mean, you have some play callers who are just strictly scheme. You know what I mean? No matter who's out there playing, what players, what their skill set is, they just call a scheme. You have some coaches who do a combination of both. You have some coaches who are very, very intentional about taking advantage of the matchups and the skill set of the players. I think Kevin, he's really intentional about doing implementing plays that are good for the skill set of the players. You know what I mean? And I've been able to see a lot of that early on, particularly with me, like with double moves and stuff like that. That's something that I've shown I've been good at throughout my career, and we have a lot of those in. But without getting into too much detail about the offense, he's done that with all the players across the board.
Amari, how much does David Bell not being able to do anything much right now hurt him in the beginning of his career?
I mean, he has the opportunity, to sit back and watch. So it all depends on what he takes away from us practicing or the game from a mental aspect. There's just so much to learn when you're in that situation. So not so much. I mean, it just depends on the player.
You told us at the end of minicamp you're going to spend the entire 6 weeks studying the playbook. You weren't going to do anything else.
I said that? No, I'm playing. But no, I didn't spend every single day studying the playbook. But the playbook isn't really that hard to learn. It's not grievous or anything like that. So I pretty much have the playbook down pat now. So I'm just excited to instead of just looking at the plays on an iPad, to come out here and actually get the reps in.
How long does it take for a receiver and quarterback to kind of get on the same page? What kind of goes into that?
Yeah, it just depends on the combination of guys. You know what I mean? It just depends. Some relationships take longer to like I've had the opportunity to play with different quarterbacks, and now there have been some quarterbacks who our chemistry was built really fast compared to other guys. But at the end of the day, as long as the chemistry is built in a timely fashion, before that first game, ideally, then you're good.
What were the factors at play when they came together quickly?
Man, I can't really put my finger on it. It's just two players have they have that understanding. I guess I would say communication. I think, and verbally and non-verbally. Like if the quarterback really knows how you like to run routes, because you gotta understand it's always gonna be 2 or 3 receivers on the field most of the time. Receivers run routes differently. You know what I mean? So I think the quarterback understands, how the receiver breaks on certain routes. And then obviously the wide receiver understands, the quarterback's drop, release patterns and everything like that. Then that's what creates that mesh right there.
Do you find yourself having those same conversations with Jacoby just in the event that he has to start week 1 so that you and him
Say it again.
do you find
At the
yourself
beginning.
having the same conversations with Jacoby to try and get on the same page with him in the same level you would with Deshaun in the event he has to start week 1?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell the future. And nothing has come out yet. You know what I mean? But obviously working with all the guys, in the event that something does happen, because we gotta be ready. So yeah.
When the trade was made, did you have any inkling whatsoever?
Any what?
Did you have any idea whatsoever
Oh.
that the Browns were trying to pursue a different quarterback or a quarterback like Deshaun?
Nah, not really.
Not at all. So when that happened, you were coming here and just as excited, for whatever.
Yeah, it's just, at the end of the day, it's the opportunity. So, if you're not excited about opportunity, then what do you get up for, So, yeah, at the end of the day, I just, saw the opportunity and I was like, I got to come to a new place, start all over again and do my thing, So, yeah, that was my mindset.
Marty, you mentioned before you've been in the league for a minute. This is year 9 for you. What's been the key?
Year 8.
What's been the key to your longevity?
I mean, you can't get to year 8 without making plays. You know what I mean? If you're not making plays in the league, you're not going to be around for very long. So I would say, making plays, just being a professional.
From a physical standpoint, what are you doing now different than you did it even a couple years ago in terms of taking care of your body, things like that?
Yeah, just more chiropractic work, stuff like that. Just being real intentional, spending more money.
But when you first started, practices were seemingly longer and more intense than they are now.
And,
right?
oh, for sure. Yeah. Jack Del Rio, he had us out there. Had us out there for a long time. But
Did Del Rio?
yeah, he had us out there for a little minute. But yeah, it's a little bit different now. Obviously the collective bargaining agreement was renewed, I think, last year. So, they always change the rules, and they try to protect the players, prevent us from getting injured and stuff like that. And part of that is, being smarter about the way we practice.
So Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, and Deshaun Watson, is there any common traits among those three quarterbacks you play for?
They all got number 4. So they all got number 4.
That's a good point.
Yep.
That's the secret.
That's the secret.
Amari, you're a fresh face here, and last year the Browns weren't quiet about some of the lack of team chemistry and camaraderie. With you being new, what's your take on or feel the vibe of this team as you guys kind of get into camp and are trying to patch those holes from last season?
Yeah. It's been easy for me to kind of build a relationship with some of the guys. A lot of these guys are from South Florida, where I'm from, so we have that commonality there. But I think, we've been real intentional about, building that camaraderie. Like, as you guys have witnessed, Deshaun took us all to the Bahamas, and, it actually did more than what I thought it would do. Guys were, loose and, just building a real relationship with each other. And we all got to know each other a little bit better out there. So that was real cool.
Training camp can be somewhat
Last
monotonous.
one here for
considering
Amari.
it's 6-7 weeks before you guys play a game that actually counts. What do you do to kind of keep fresh mentally and physically to kind of get through the work that you have to prepare for the season?
Yeah, I mean, we understand that it's going to be, hard. Coach has been emphasizing the fact that we're going to work hard and smart. But yeah, I mean, this is not any of our first rodeo. Like, none of us out here, this is our first year playing football. So we all understand what it is, and we welcome the hard work. We understand that to accomplish what we want to accomplish throughout the course of the season, there's going to have to be hard work. And so, yeah, we welcome it. We actually want to work harder than everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because we really understand that hard work truly does pay off. So, yeah, that's my gist on that.